I want you to take a good look at this actor. Her name is Dominique Fishback. Okay, Dominique Fishback, and I've been aware of her since she did the Netflix movie Project Power. I actually reviewed that on my original channel, and I gave it a slightly favorable review. But more importantly, I'll just refer to her as case number zero. Okay, case zero. Right, Miss Miss or Mr. Fishback. I don't know how she self-identifies, how the person self-identifies. Fuck. I don't know how they self-identify, but the actor Dominique Fishback is case zero for you know what I call COINTELPRO style operation. And basically what I'm going to be referring to is how you notice that black men are phased out of the public eye and shit. They're pretty much doing what they do over in a lot of racist Latin countries. They only show, like, over in Latin countries, they show like the Blanco versions of their people, but they don't show the indigenous people in print or media. Okay, and that's happening here and shit. No, I don't really see anybody like addressing it wholesale, but it does seem to be a psychological tactic these days, or not, as the minority majority caters to black women. Okay, they're catering to black women, and they're marketing black women as both feminine and masculine. All right. So what you're getting is, when you see one of the a project starring someone like Dominique Fishback, what you're getting is a two for one. Okay, you're not getting a black man in there, like a straight black man. Even though in Project Power, Jamie Foxx was the supposed, kind of the co-lead, but the story is really about her. So they used Jamie Foxx star power to give her a hand, a helping hand in her career in this Netflix movie. And I remember watching the movie and being entertained by the movie, but then being angered at the end of the movie because they she was seen sitting in a car or something. There was some kind of music or something playing, and it was like, I'm free now or something, like equating this androgynous sort of woman or person, this androgynous individual, to the civil rights struggle and shit. Just implying it. And I really didn't take kindly to that and shit, but I did give the movie a favorable review. I know that she's been in some other projects, but currently she appears in the newest Transformers movie and whatnot. And I watched the Transformers movie, over this weekend, and I was not impressed. Not specifically Dominic Fishback, but just the writing of the movie was just really bad. It was a bad production and whatnot. It's like they had learned nothing from the previous movie Bumblebee. Okay, so like I'm watching this and I see Dominic Fishback is an intellectual character. That's not a stretch. I'm not tripping on that. But you really didn't see too many like black, men you didn't see any black men in the movie. The black man that they showed you was like a tether, and he was like a drug dealer. He was a criminal. I ain't gonna say he wasn't a drug dealer, but he was criminal minded, and he's telling the Latin co-lead, the male Latin co-lead, his picture here. He's advising him to do something criminal to make a bit of money. Okay, that's how they want to present. That guy was not presented as an American. He was presented as, I think, uh, non-FBA, criminal-minded individual and shit. So black men have been erased from the media and whatnot. There's nothing really you can do about it except doing your own thing and shit. Okay, and then doing it with quality. I'm not gonna just support any black project or anything because I went to school for film, and I did I have a creative pedigree. So like I can't very well support anything that's like bullshit. Okay, I'm not gonna just support any fucking black movie that looks like trash and is shit and garbage is shot wrong and whatnot. So, imagine my despair when I watch the new Transformers movie and I see Dominic Fishback and shit in it running around, with lasers shooting off everywhere. She's not convincing me that she's talking to the CGI characters in the movie, okay? I'm not trying to shit on her for being an actor. I'm not trying to shit on her craft or anything. But, it's a big leap, from my other projects to being in this goddamn thing. And, I just looking at it and they show her running her ass off and giant robots are fucking around all over around her. And some are even shooting at her and they can't hit her. And as you can see, she's like a short, stout, kind of chubby broad. And I'm like, how the fuck is she running away from these giant robots? They're shooting laser beams and bullets and missiles and shit. And like, just shooting all kind of ordnance at her fucking ass and missing by a country mile. They're not presenting her as a Mary Sue. They're actually, in this movie, is the most feminine that I've seen in a role. Dominic Fishback is like presented as not a Mary Sue, but like a feminine version of herself, and the reason I have the little clips here, just keeps, scrolling through. I have the little, the montage here is because I wanted you to see how she was presented with the Latin male co-lead and whatnot. That she is somewhat of a damsel in distress, somewhat of a damsel in distress. She still has some tropes of that strong woman bullshit in the film, but for the most part, when not paired with a black man, she is presented as more feminine. Okay, and therein lies the problem. And why I'm making a video, because there is a concerted effort to erase what they call cisgender straight black men from the face of media and everything. They've just pulled this really blatant with it in 2023, and it's been going on for years now. Okay, but I feel the need to focus on this. I'm gonna make a new series, all right, about this. And I want people to understand. I want my brothers, my fellow kings to understand the deal over here, in the colonies and shit. They want your political power. They want you to, shut up and toe the line and shit and be invisible and play the background for, women who by and large have a criminally infantile mindset and shit. They're catering to these women because they feel like they can control them better than you. Okay? And it's our job to move, not silently. It's our job to move, with self-respect and dignity, despite what they're doing. Okay? And we will reclaim our power and shit, either here or outside of the country. Okay? It's been too long. We've been going through these psyops and, all this psychological warfare and the shit talking and whatnot. It's not just the news, continuously reporting on crimes committed by people in our ethnic group and everything. It's everything top to bottom and shit. It's designed to make you an outsider, to exclude you and whatnot. And you have to keep this in mind every day, that you get up and shit. That you're sowing, what I guess you could call division in our ethnic community. I don't know why they would feel the need to do that when they've successfully done it for hundreds of years and whatnot. At this point, it's like a rock, a boulder rolling down the side of a mountain. Okay, and it's not your job to stop it. Okay, it's your job to find out who you are and live your best life. Be selfish to a fault and unapologetically masculine. All right, it's your job to be better. And to leave this place behind the shit and find a real life outside on the world stage. It is imperative, if our people are to survive and whatnot, that we shed the trappings of this society and whatnot that chooses to marginalize us and try to hide us behind the veil. Okay, we're here. The kings are here. Okay, and just because they put up a wall, doesn't mean we're not still there. All right, they want to cater to these women and whatnot. And I say, take the power from them and shit. Move outside of the system, but in their face. Anyway, that's been an installment. I'll just call this case zero, or this will be an episode zero for whatever show I'm gonna call it, whatever I'm gonna call it and shit. This is I watched Transformers: Rise of the Beast. I was unimpressed. I'm gonna have to give it out of 5 stars. I'm gonna give it 2.5 stars. You know, and just on a side note, they made Optimus Prime look like the biggest pussy that he's never looked like in any of the Transformers films. All right. That being said, SYSBM equals save yourself, black man. Before I go, in regards to this new Transformers movie and everything, I want you to take a look at this still. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Take a look at it. Okay. This is, I guess, this is a black male representation in robot form and whatnot. I guess this is the first time I've ever seen an educated lame as a fucking robot. An educated lame as a fucking robot. So this is a black man, I guess. It looks like a brother. It looks like an Urkel. Okay, it's like a Urkel bot or something. Okay, I forgot the name of the robot. It really doesn't matter. But if you look at him, you can tell that that's a black nerd reimagined as a fucking transformer and shit. So you want to hit me up in the comment section and tell me how you feel about this nerd bot and shit being representative of what they the mainstream, the minority majority wants to see from the men in this society and shit. They want you to be a dickless wonder playing the background and shit. And this motherfucker was playing the background and shit. Okay. It's funny, in a movie with robots that look like animals and shit. I thought I'd be mad about the fucking gorilla and shit, but no, it's this fucking nerd bot and Dominique Fishback and shit. Okay, all right. Now you get a frumpy, dowdy looking humanoid, going on a world hopping adventure and shit. Tragically out of shape. Don't even look like she worked out or nothing. Look like this shit remind me of a Nickelodeon movie or something. Every time I see this, let me stop. Okay, so hey bros, brothers. This for you, okay? And you like your comic books and all that bullshit, okay? I'm the geek underground and shit, and this is your fucking representation of shit. The fucking Urkelbot.
This message has been paid for by the Dusties. Yes, the niggas you love to hate.